Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 22nd year of the Jamaica Observer Tabletop Food Awards, the 21st staging. And I know when you woke up this morning, you understood immediately that the Food Awards was in the air, because, of course, it was raining. But, and you know how that works already. But nobody told the person that, called for rain that we were actually going to be in our homes with some food, drinks, and little friends, with the link and a roof over our heads. So that's the good news. Anyway, as you all know, it will rain next year. And as you know, it has rained for what? 19 out of the 21 years? Yes. And as you know, it doesn't really matter. We still go on. So we had to we had to press pause last year, not because of rain, but that unexpected visitor that still remains. But we move on. Naturally, we move on with the help of committed partners. The Tourism Enhancement Fund, the Best Dressed Chicken, the Rainforest Caribbean, and Sagicor Group. Without further ado, we will have a few messages. Well, a message from each.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kerry Wallace, Executive Director of the Tourism Enhancement Fund, and we are pleased to be gold sponsors of the Table Talk Food Awards 2021. We're excited about the webinar series. We look at the Table Talk Food Awards as the Oscar for our culinary experts here in Jamaica. Thanks to the Jamaica Observer for staging the event this year and the webinar series, and congratulations to all the culinarians who will be receiving awards. Keep up the good work.
Hi, I am Ava Sinclair, Regional Marketing Manager at the Best Dressed Chicken, and this year we're so excited to sponsor the Food Award. It's a new way of doing things, and I believe this is a nice way for us to just explore what we can do outside of a brick and mortar. We're excited for the new awardees this year. We've had a lot of new food items that we've seen that are exciting and interesting, and we just want to congratulate them. And we want to say we're looking forward to trying all of what they have.
Hi, I'm Bethany Young, the Marketing and Communications Manager at Rainforest Caribbean. Rainforest is delighted to be a sponsor of the Observer's Table Talk Food Awards. The Observer is a trailblazer in food journalism, and we're excited to follow the stories and participate in the culinary conversations with exceptional and innovative Caribbean chefs, restaurateurs, food entrepreneurs, and artisans. Our very best wishes to all the nominees, and congratulations to all the winners.
Sagicor congratulates the entire Jamaica Observer team on celebrating 22 years of the premier culinary calendar event, the Table Talk Food Awards. The Jamaica Observer continues to stand out in the media landscape for its continued creativity, innovation, and ingenuity. The O Team continues to set the standard for excellence, and the Food Awards is no different. Over the years, the event has cemented itself in the food and beverage industry as a true supporter of the spectacular talents of local chefs and restaurateurs who continue to blaze the trail in the food industry through the expression of creative and tantalizing cuisine. Keep blazing the trail and bringing us spectacular experiences, for whether in person, virtually, or in a hybrid fashion, the Jamaica Observer always delivers. Sagicor is proud to be a continued partner of the Table Talk Food Awards and looks forward to its continued success for many years to come. To all the awardees tonight, congratulations from Sagicor.
Thank you once again to our partners. And yes. I'm Novia MacDonald-White, the Food Awards Chair, and I'd like to welcome our Managing Director, Mr. Julian Rogers, and his lovely wife, Alison, our Deputy Managing Director, Natalie Chin, our hardworking Food Awards judges, who continued to take my nagging calls and to meet me at the Observer, because my second shift at the Observer, third shift starts at 9 o'clock. So some of them, PM, thank you very much, Mr. Rogers, PM. But I am very well paid, so even though we were not able to charge you the usual small fee of $50,000, it's going to be $100 next year, so start saving from now. We still had to find the money to support our students, our hardworking students at the University of Technology. I don't need to tell you, under normal circumstances, we'd be running up and down Devon House. We'd have at least 50 students. And by the way, we pay them, we feed them, we water them, and we give them T-shirts. And they use the opportunity to brilliantly network. Trust me, they meet everybody, and they ensure that they're hired on the spot by close of evening. This year, we are very, very, very glad that we were able to award 2 scholarships, and it was hard. Myrtle Weir, head of school, who's also with us, she can tell you that we had to really find the right 2. It wasn't just a matter of giving out a scholarship. We literally had to work brilliantly to find the 2. And I'm happy to present Cassania McIntyre and Amariah Jose Taylor. I have to give you the joke about Amariah, because I think that's why he got us to give him the scholarship, because his mother was so determined to, have a daughter and to name her Mariah after you-know-who. So when Amariah appeared, she just put the A on, And the rest, as they say, is history. But a lovely young man who, huge fan of Lumley, and he plans to move Damien out of the way, Lumley out of the way, and be the next hot thing. So what can I tell you? Ladies and gentlemen, the 2 recipients from the University of Technology, Amariah Jose Taylor and Cassania McIntyre. Let the awards begin. The best COVID-19 family dining experience. With the pandemic, obviously, we needed to escape. We needed, well, you know how it is. As comfortable as your home is, you need to escape sometimes, right? The nominees in the category Best COVID-19 Family Dining Experience. The nominees are Jade Garden, Fromage Brasserie, Uncorked at Constant Spring, and Uncorked at Sovereign North, Summer House, Harmony Hall, Masala Walk, East Japanese Annex, District 5 at the R Hotel, Mystic Thai Montego Bay, Mystic India Montego Bay, Chive, and Stush in the Bush. Best COVID-19 Family Dining Experience. The award this evening goes to Summer House, Harmony Hall. Congratulations to Summer House, located at Harmony Hall, Best COVID-19 Family Dining Experience. Best Wine Cocktail Experience. You notice we usually have the wine experience solo. It's Best Wine Cocktail Experience. During COVID, I don't know what it was, but Patrick introduced us to gin, reintroduced us to gin, and it just went downhill after that. Best Wine Cocktail Experience. Yeah, and then Mr. Rogers tried to introduce us to other things as well, but we just ignored him and continued with the white rum and coconut water. Best Wine Cocktail Experience. The nominees are Uncorked, Constant Spring, Uncorked, Sovereign North, the AC Hotel by Marriott, Kingston, District 5 at the R Hotel, Cellar 8, Summer House, Harmony Hall, Broken Plate, and Trio Grill Wine Bar. The winner of the Best Wine Cocktail Experience is the AC Hotel by Marriott, Kingston. Congratulations. I told you. You know who said that? That was Mr. Rogers. I told you he was trying to introduce us to things, didn't I? Okay. Alison, we won't tell. Outstanding COVID-19 Caterer Awards. Now, our caterers, all of these caterers nominated, and those not nominated because there were so many, certainly understood the art of pivot during COVID, and they certainly hit the ground running. The nominees in this category: Outstanding COVID-19 Caterer, Alexa Von Strolley for Tootsie K Catering, Jackie Tyson, Odi Jaja, Pink Apron, Carissa Henry for Pink Apron, Alison Porter Smalling, Christina Simonich for Simmers Breads and Catering, and Sarah Couch. Outstanding. Well, since I'm already at Outstanding COVID-19 Caterer Award, I'll continue. The winner in this category, Outstanding COVID-19 Caterer Award, is Alexa Von Strolley for Tootsie K Catering. Keep the applause going for Best Caterer. Congratulations, Alexa. We move to the Best Sunday Spot. The nominees in this category: Best Sunday Spot, Crystal Edge Restaurants, Cafe Blue, Summer House, Harmony Hall, Stush in the Bush, L'Escargot, Blue Window at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel, Sea Deck, Jade Garden, District 5 at the R Hotel. That's Best Sunday Spot. The winner is District 5 at the R Hotel. We move now to the Best Food Product 2020-2021. here again, I really have to acknowledge our Food Awards judges, Addie, Jacina, Pauline, Patricia, who left the Observer late, hungry. Mr. Rogers didn't leave any food for them. But we had to reduce a list of about 20 to 10. I dare say we did a very good job, judges, because when we invited Dave Corsi, who's the VP of Produce and Flora for Rochester, New York-based Wegmans Food Markets. We invited him on the platform, and he was truly impressed with all 10 presenters. We asked him to reduce the 10 to, and we felt really good as he looked at the 10 and suitably impressed. We left it in his hands to reduce the 10 to 4. I'd like to introduce you to all 4 nominees. Nella's Sweet Potato Tenderonis, O'Neill Williams. Please step forward. They will each receive an award. Just take off your mask for me. Thank you. Alison Perkins, Rum Cake. Stephanie Mathieu is traveling from some Jamaican pasta sources. Her partner, Diego Cebrian, will collect the awards on her behalf. And Eileen Dunkley Shim, Nettie's Farm, turmeric and ginger, lime, granola bites. These nominees presented brilliantly on an international stage and deserve another round of applause. We then asked Dave Corsi, VP of Produce and Flora for Rochester, New York-based Wegmans Food Markets, to give a nod to somebody who he would possibly consider adding to his already impressive repertoire of goods. This is what he had to say. The nod goes to Nella's Sweet Potato Tenderonis. We thought the innovative approach in providing a sweet potato pasta offering was creative. Further evaluation is required for us to procure. Congratulations, O'Neill Williams. Special thanks to Paula Wegman, who facilitated Dave Corsty's presence for the Jamaica Observer webinar. Outstanding supermarket. The nominees in this category are Loshu Sands Supermarket, General Foods, Megamarts Waterloo Road, Select Grocers Supermarket Manor Park, Hilo Ligani, Super Value Fresh Foods, John R. Wong, and Hilo Barbican. Outstanding supermarket, the winner is Loshu Sands Supermarket. Okay. The Solomon Gardner Award for Outstanding Service, the award named in memory of the great Solomon Gardner, former maitre d' at the Half Moon Hotel Sugar Mill Restaurant. One of the greats, and we're so fortunate to have honored him before his passing. Now, in looking at the Solomon Gardner Award for Outstanding Service and determining the winner, because this was a very, very difficult category, and you know, as the chairman, you kind of have an extra half a vote. And I always, whenever I'm looking at outstanding service, I always remember one of the best restaurants, one of the, many restaurants experiences, but one of the best restaurants experiences at a restaurant called Prime in Trinidad. And one of the Food Awards judges said, well, we can take dessert in the restroom. And, that's, especially during COVID, you had to consider that you were able to take your dessert. The sanitation was so up there that you really could, in the midst of COVID, enjoy dessert in the salle de bain. The nominees in the category, the Solomon Gardner Award for Outstanding Service, Stush in the Bush, Sugar Mill Restaurants at the Half Moon Hotel, Del Mari Restaurants at the Half Moon Hotel, Summer House at Harmony Hall, Jade Garden, Butcher Block. The Solomon Gardner Award for Outstanding Service goes to Del Mari Restaurant at the Half Moon Hotel. Keep the applause going. The Norma Shirley Award for Restaurant of the Year. This award named in honor of the culinary doyen Norma Shirley. Yet another highly competitive category. The nominees in this category, the Norma Shirley Award for Restaurant of the Year. Summer House, Harmony Hall. District 5 at the R Hotel. L'Escargot, Del Mari Restaurants at the Half Moon Hotel, Sugar Mill Restaurants at the Half Moon Hotel, Broken Plate, and Jade Garden. The Norma Shirley Award for Restaurant of the Year. The winner is Del Mare Restaurants at the Half Moon Hotel. It's always lovely when we have special awards. For the first special awards, the Game Changer Awards, I'd like to introduce Patrick Smith, our Food Awards judge, to do the honors.
Thank you very much. A game changer significantly alters the way things are done. They mix it up, they move it along. The restaurant that we have considered as judges for this award, I think it's best to say they fit no box. They're eclectic, electric. They deconstruct dishes, they reconstruct them. It's a total disaster if you look at it at first, and then you realize, wow, it tastes so good. The patrons tend to be mixed as well. You know, normally you go to a restaurant and you see one type of person and you say, it's just this type of person who is there. With this restaurant, it's total chaos. It is a cross-section. If you stay there as long as I do at every restaurant that I go to, I spend 5 hours. So I stay from lunch until 7, 9 o'clock, depending on the curfew. And some sidekicks I have like Kylie and Odette. What you find is that the demographic changes over time. So you start out with these old fogies like me, and then you see young people, the Instagrammers who come in, and it's just strictly this the whole time. So you should know by now who this restaurant is. If you want an Aperol in Kingston, who do you go to? The winner of this award for Game Changer for 2020-21 is Broken Plate.
We move now to the COVID-19 Comfort Food Award. And it was during COVID that we certainly needed the traditional comfort foods. So indicative of who we are. So special on a Sunday, but oftentimes we needed it literally on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There are 3 awardees in this category. Allow me to introduce you to them individually. Claudette 10 for M10 Bar and Grill. Marvin, come down too. Claudette and her son Marvin Comfort Food Award. Congratulations. Now, if you want to find Jimmy on, is it Saturday, Jimmy, and a Sunday and a Wednesday afternoon, because we can, he's enjoying the food of Winsome Hall for Crystal Edge Restaurants at Irish Town. Congratulations. Winsome Hall. And her sister. Keep the applause going for these feasting hands. You've not been there yet. You've been there? Winsome, you didn't tell me that you had fed our managing director. You're keeping secrets, Winsome. Oh, I didn't hear. I said, you didn't tell me that you had fed our managing director. You're keeping secrets. I thought it was just Jimmy. Oh, okay. Well, I know Mr. Rogers has not gone to Montego Bay and enjoyed Iris Pang's dumplings. Is that correct? Right, so there you have it. Iris Pang's dumplings. Iris Pang. The COVID-19 Comfort Food Award. Claudette 10 for the winners. Claudette 10 for M10 Bar and Grill, Winsome Hall for Crystal Edge Restaurants at Irish Town, and Iris Pang for Miss Pang. Because we certainly needed a lot of comforting, and we still do. The thing with COVID was this as well. It has been so brutal. And there were times that we were swept off our feet. The Chairman's Award and the Lifetime Achievement Award this year are for two individuals who we lost. And, you know, when I say lost, it literally was a collective loss. I mean, it took the wind out of our sails. The Chairman's Award this year, the recipient goes posthumously to Stephanie Scott, the founder of Restaurant Week. Stephanie helmed Restaurant Week for 15 years, encouraging people to support the industry, encouraging us to go out more and eat. It moved from Restaurant Week Kingston to literally Restaurant Week. We honor Stephanie this year with the Chairman's Award, of course, as well. That was another one. We lost our beloved chairman, Gordon Butch Stewart. And we would like to ask Kylie McDonough Scott, Stephanie's daughter-in-law, to accept the Chairman's Award on Stephanie's behalf.
much. I wrote a short little thing as I was sitting there. And I think the theme for tonight is the most amazing part about tonight is that game recognizes game. Novia, you have been a force in my life personally, because I've actually worked for her, believe it or not. But you have been a force in my life, in all of our lives, because of your game. You're hardworking and you're driven, and you're truly a blessing to Jamaica. You've taught us how to dress, how to eat, how to appreciate the finer things in life, and for that we thank you. I'm here to accept this award from my mother-in-law, my late mother-in-law, Stephanie Scott. Stephanie was a woman who had game. She was the pioneer behind Restaurant Week, which ran for 15 years in a row. You could say, at times, there was a little rivalry because she was at the Gleaner, Novia was over at the Observer. But at the end of the day, you had two individuals, Stephanie and Novia, who were excellent at what they did and brought Jamaica together through the love of food and camaraderie. Thank you, Novia and the Jamaica Observer, on behalf of our entire family for bestowing this award to our beloved Stephanie. Steph and Colin are up in heaven tonight, crushing a few bottles of Pinot Grigio and spiced chicken and pig tail stew, wondering how the pandemic is going down on Earth. Right?
Congratulations, my darling. Well, both Stephanie and Colin would be delighted to know that the pandemic continues to mad us, but we are pressing on. The Lifetime Achievement Award, the recipient is Colin Hilton. Again, another massive loss. His sudden passing on Tuesday, April the 6th, was a reminder that life is not a dress rehearsal. We certainly do not get a second chance, and we need to give it all we can. That reminds me, Mr. Rogers, more money. This is the real deal. Go big or go hard, you always said. So in memory of Colin, we would like to ask his longtime friend, Christopher Recker, to accept the Lifetime Achievement Award on his behalf.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one was a tough one, as Kylie also experienced and all of us experienced with our friend Stephanie. I've done dozens of events with Colin, unlike Kylie, who came and wrote a speech. For any of us who have ever done any event with Colin and asked Colin to come and say anything on the mic, you know what's going to happen. He ain't coming, right? Over the years, I have tried my very best to convince him to come to the stage a few times, and a few times he has. And so this is just thanks and appreciation. I called his sister this evening to tell her that we're doing this, and she was massively grateful. And we'll be taking these to her shortly. So Colin said it, Novia, he said, I have lived, I have enjoyed, and if I go now, I have squeezed every last drop out. We think there was more. All of us wanted more, but somebody had a different thought. But thanks very much to the Jamaica Observer for this, for Colin, and for all of Colin's friends. Colin had a wide-ranging variety of friends. A wide-ranging. So thank you very much. Thank you.
To Colin and to Stephanie. That's a special gastronomy presentation, Professor Lloyd Waller.
Thank you very much, Novia. All protocols observed. 4 years ago, I was given the opportunity to participate in the Food Awards program. I jumped because at the time it meant free food, and at the time I was more into food than now. But the interesting thing about it is that the journey has been a very interesting one. And let me tell you why. So one of my degrees is development studies, which essentially looks at how we can facilitate the development of Jamaica. One would not connect food with development, but the truth is, there's a very fundamental connection between the two. And it's not necessarily because I also work at tourism with Kerry, but as it relates to branding, nation branding in particular. Gastronomy plays an important role in nation branding. People travel all over the world just for food. And as a matter of fact, gastronomy plays an important part in contributing to GDP and foreign exchange. I mean, people don't realize that that's the case, but it's actually the case. Now, the journey has been an interesting one, particularly for me. I'm usually a loner, and I met some very phenomenal friends, new friends. I'm going to ask you to just come up here for support. Justina, Pauline, Adi, where's Adi? Right. And there are many other judges, to be quite frank, but these are the, I'm targeting, I am targeting these judges because they had reached out to me during the pandemic because they felt that they needed to play a part in keeping gastronomy alive. And we kind of, with Novia, we kind of just on our own went around to different restaurants and promote promote the restaurants. But I'm here for one particular reason. There are people on this planet, Damien, myself, and other persons who I know, who just give and never get back in return. And today is a day that I think Novia, after 22 years of running the gastronomy, let's not wait until Novia leaves and we honor her. So today I'd like to, on behalf of the judges for the 2021, to honor Novia with an award that I'm calling
Thank you.
It's called the Gastronomy Champion Award for the greatest contribution to Jamaica's gastronomy industry 2021. Right? I'm going to ask all the judges to come up. Every single judge from day one. This will show you the impact of Novia. Every judge from day one. Please come on. And this is just like 5%. To be quite frank. This is five. Who missing? Jimmy? Jimmy? And you know, this picture is incomplete without the managing director. Where is he? Sir, you spend the money, so come. All right. So, and I think the three. Where's Natalie?
Natalie.
Oh, Natalie. Oh, I thought Natalie was here. Natalie was a judge. All right. So, have we missed? Odette. Odette, weren't you judge number one? Odette and Patrick, weren't you guys judge number one? Come on. You should have been here. You should have been up here before everybody else. Come up here, man. Are we live?
Very live.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Thank you. So this is the Observer Table Talk Food Awards family, or part of it. Novia, congratulations. So apologies again. I know we want to go and eat, but you know, with these big awards, that the Academy Awards, one or two persons have to speak. So I spoke, the MD has to speak, the three judges have to speak, and then Novia will have to give her thing after that. Now, apologies, you know how it go already, so we just have to do it. We're sticking with the protocol, all right? So go ahead, MD, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, because.
All right. I couldn't miss the opportunity of saying a few words. Really, it was first of all, it was my decision not to have food awards last year. So I take all full responsibility because I know the demand by the participants, the exhibitors, etc., and the hardest working team in show business to take over Devon House for a week at least, night and day. Because when I came here first in 2019 and I went down to see the preparations, I really couldn't believe it. And I know that telling Novia that there'd be no food awards in 2020 had to be my most difficult decision. But I'm very happy that she has done what she has done in the last, year or more? Novia's word is pivot. She invented that word. Everything that has presented a challenge, Novia has come back and said very quietly, we're going to do this. And she's done it. And she's done it again today. And I must also give credit to the people who work with Novia, including myself. Because one of the things I learned very quickly when I took up this job is that we all work for Novia. Because I don't know anybody in our company who's prepared to say no to Novia. Now that's in the company. So I've also learned that there's no one in Jamaica, period, who's prepared to say no to Novia, all right? So I'm very pleased, though, that this has worked out, and I trust that the unwelcome visitor that we had in 2020 will leave us and give us an opportunity to do it big and bad like we've always done over the years. Congratulations to Novia and the team, and a special thank you to all of you who have participated, and I look forward to going to some of these restaurants that I haven't yet discovered. I can't believe it. I thought I had hit every spot, but anyhow, I got to make a new list, and I'm taking 10 days off, and I'm going to go to 10 restaurants for starters. Thank you, everybody. All the best.
Good evening, everyone. I'm speaking on behalf of all the judges. When Lloyd called with the idea of an award, I was like, yes, absolutely, we need to do this. Chairman just said nobody says no to Novia, but what is interesting is that her name starts with no, but then it says via. Okay, so we know the via is going to come around the no, so nobody says no to Novia. But I think I can speak on behalf of all the judges here and those who are not here. That is a privilege to work with you. I know sometimes you call at 10, 11, oh, I need it by tomorrow, or I need it now. Now. So I want to hear the now. Thank you. No, this is it. Now. Thank you. And the phone hang up. Anybody testify? Hands up. Talk truth. Yeah. Now. Phone hangs up. So you know you have to get it done. Now. But we're grateful for the opportunity to serve. And one of the greatest part of it is the camaraderie, the people we meet, the different restaurants we go, the foods we try. Some are really good, some are just coming, some need to be, improved on. But it's an absolutely amazing experience, and I'm so grateful that even with the COVID-19 experience, well, it's COVID 2021 now, even with that experience, we were able to do this today. I really miss the, yeah. And as the chairman said, Novia's word is pivot. And I think that word is catching on, and a lot of people, restaurants, I wouldn't think that anybody would want to open a restaurant during this time, and a lot of new restaurants, new experiences. I've been to quite a few. I have some more to go to, but grateful for that, the new restaurants, the new foods, the service, the sushi. Congratulations to all the winners. And again, we just want to thank you again, Nova, for the opportunity to serve, and we hope that we get it continuously. Put a tick beside my name. I don't know about anybody else. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we are now at the end of the evening's presentation. I'd like to obviously thank every single one of our winners this evening. It certainly has been a challenging year, a year and a half. We're going into year 2, incredible. It will continue to be challenging. For us to truly put our beloved country on the map, on the culinary map, we have got to continue to push. We've got to strive for excellence. It's not easy. We know it's not easy. A new restaurant opens, everybody runs to the restaurants and they expect everything to be magnificent. You get a bad experience, it's a nightmare. A good experience, we seldom applaud the experience. We seldom talk about it. We seldom share it. Good times, bad times, through thick and thin, we've got to support our industry. We've got to support the young ones coming up. I hope when our UTech students sitting with us and those watching look up at a Damien Stewart, who is coming from the University of Technology, who is always trying. He never tells you that he's perfect, right? He continues to try. We have journeyed with Brian Lumley from 15, 16, like 18, right? And he continues to try. He doesn't tell you that he's perfect. He might have managed to compete with the President of the United States and got a louder applause than the President of the United States, Barack Obama, but he remains our culinary special one. I say Damien and I say Brian, Michelle, Chef Dennis is here with us. We have to call these names Why we have to call these names? Because the baton continues to pass. We lost Norma Shirley. We immediately understood that Colin was the de facto head. Having lost Colin, there's a space. There's a space for you young ones to go through. There's a space for those in the industry who've been in the industry. I advise and suggest that you young ones go and visit with the Half Moon Hotel, whether it's the Sugar Mill or Del Mare. Go and sit and understand the quality of service, because people say that we don't understand service. Of course we understand service, it's just that we're not willing to give service. Think about that for a while. We have to understand as well that our restaurateurs, you wake up in the morning on a Monday, you have everybody in place. The world is opening up slowly. By Wednesday, the cruise ships or the other industries, they've taken your staff. You have to start from ground zero. It's not easy. It's not easy. It continues to be a challenge. You have to get up and you have to start all over again, and you have to train. You have to look at what Michelle and her sister Suzanne and Chef Dennis are doing at Summer House. It's not easy in the middle of a pandemic to wake up and to recreate and to build such a fabulous spot that you actually leave Kingston, go and sit down from 10 in the morning until, our PM tells us to go home. But you want to stay. It's not easy to be a Claudette 10, to be Winsome, or to be an Iris Pang, to understand the seasoning hand. We can always try to make Miss Pang's dumplings. We can always try to imitate Claudette 10's oxtail, right? We can always try to enjoy and to recreate Winsome Hall's curry goat, but we can't. It is their secret hand. These people must be cherished, and I'm happy that Carrie is with us, because it is time for us to have these legends in a book. If you wish, I can take the year off and you can send me to lie down somewhere and I will write it. But time come. Colin passed and there's no book. Don't let that happen, Damien. Don't let that happen, Brian. Michelle and Suzanne have books. That's good. We need to, interestingly, when you are interviewing these students at the University of Technology, they don't know who Colin is. They don't know who Norma Shirley is. That saddens me. This is 22 years of building the industry. What it means is that our masters, our legends, our culinary legends are not on the syllabus. Right, Myrtle? They're not on the syllabus. They're not deemed worthy to be on the syllabus. That is sad. I'd like to thank my judges who, some of them have been with me from the beginning of the Food Awards. And thank you, Professor Waller, for honoring me when I'm alive. I think that's important, and I'm happy that we were able to honor Colin at our last event. It's one of the Firestarter awardees. He was there. We are thankful that because of the Jamaica Observer newspaper and because of the Food Awards, that Stephanie had restaurants for Restaurant Week, right? We are happy that we are able to honor Stephanie. We are happy as well. We are happy as well that her name will continue. She won't be forgotten, and Colin won't be forgotten. I'd like you to give another round of applause, please, to our winners this evening. and to all of our nominees. And of course to the Jamaica Observer team. And one of the most fantastic things that happened in the midst of the horror of COVID, in the midst of death, was our own beloved Natalie Chin becoming the Deputy Managing Director of the Observer newspaper. And what's really good is that because we're not outside, because of this intimate setting this evening, Natalie was able to dress up, come out, and sit down. Because, of course, if I'm on the stage announcing, somebody's got to be at the back ensuring that things are working well. We are now at the end of this evening's awards presentation. I'd like to take this opportunity to once again thank our sponsors, Tourism Enhancement Fund, the Best Dressed Chicken, Rainforest Caribbean, Sagicor Group, Phase 3 Productions, who have been with us, when you're putting a webinar together, especially the first one, and you don't quite understand how it works, call Phase 3. They will make it happen for you. Our other partners this evening, the AC Hotel by Marriott Kingston, Select Brands, Rainforest Caribbean, Future Bakery, Shakima Hines Hospitality and Events Consultants and Island Bride Jamaica, and as we push through and get ready to stage next year, thank you very much for your support of the Jamaica Observer newspaper. It's the best newspaper that anybody could ever work at. Why? Because who else would give a mad person like me the platform to do what I want to do? So, see you all next year, and let me tell you from now, it's going to rain.